Boom! Crash! The deafening sound of the rapids roared as loud as thunder throughout my adventure of a lifetime. Whitewater rafting in the 47-degree waters on a 250-mile trek on the Colorado River. On July 1st, 1975, my son Russ, several close friends, and a handful of people from my church and I went whitewater rafting on the Colorado River to Peach Springs, Arizona. Russ and I rode with my two close friends, Sandy and Ken, to Las Vegas to pick up Ken's cousin Heather. We spent the night in Las Vegas and then headed to Page, Arizona, to spend another night. The next morning, a group of 34 rafters from all over Orange County set out for Lee's Ferry, where we would board our rafts. On the previous evening, we learned all about the ins and outs of whitewater rafting. The tour company we rafted with supplied us with sleeping bags, which we packed in waterproof bags along with small overnight bags, and that was really small. Our clothes mostly consisted of shorts, swimming suits, t-shirts, old tennis shoes, and a hat. Everybody had a hat. The company equipped us with surplus military ammo boxes, which contained our cameras, sunscreen, and anything we might use during the day. Cots were distributed for sleeping. We loaded our belongings and boarded the two rafts, 17 adventurers per raft. Then it was time to face the roaring currents. It was a sweltering 110 degrees at the bottom of the canyon. We attempted to evade the blistering heat by plunging our hats in the freezing ice-cold water, filling them full with the frigid liquid, and placing the soaked hat back on our heads. The coolness lasted only a few minutes, and then we had to repeat the process because our hats dried very quickly from the burning sun. Our days were not only spent by riding the rapids, we also had time to stop and take hikes or visit waterfalls. One waterfall was not very high and had a passage to the top. The younger people had fun climbing and jumping off the plunging cascade. At the end of each day, we had to gather firewood. There were places where we would find driftwood and scraps of wood to burn. Roger, our chief cook, served us delicious first-class food each day on the trip. When it was one of the boys' 8th birthday, we had a cake baked in a Dutch oven and ice cream made from an old-fashioned ice cream freezer. Man, was it good. The rafts had a compartment underneath where all the food was stored. It was because of the frigid river water, the food was kept fresh and cold. Even the ice didn't melt all week. There was also a big gunny sack full of icy, refreshing drinks tied to the raft. We had to smash the cans with a sledgehammer to flatten them after they were emptied, so we could easily remove our trash from the canyon. The passengers didn't mind the work, and they crushed the cans with delight. It was on the 6th day when we encountered the biggest rapid on the river, Lava Falls. We could see a smooth tongue of the rapids and hear the deafening roar of the water. Lava Falls had 3 steep falls with a dropping a total of 37 feet in 1/3 of a mile. We went straight down, tossing everything up into the air, including our feet. It felt like riding on a crazy roller coaster. When we plunged down, we all skyrocketed into the air. The simple fact that we were holding on to the ropes with every bit of strength we would muster saved us from a dangerous soaking. The day after the huge rapid was negotiated by our skilled pilots, we arrived at our final destination of Peach Springs. We unloaded, deflated, and piled the rafts onto a truck to return to Page. Sadly, our adventure was over. However, we have breathtaking photos and fond memories to cherish for a lifetime. Want to go on a whitewater rafting trip? Well, I like the water. I worked at the YMCA and I was wet all the time anyway, and I thought it would be a lot of fun. My other children couldn't go because they both had jobs,